What's up, guys and gals? Welcome to a lovely little evening here in Beasts of Prey. I've gotten things started, so in the last episode I wanted to recap with things that you should probably... There's a bush growing in the middle of my base. That's a little bit concerning, but anyways, as you can tell, the game is very, very dark at night. I apologize, this episode is just destined to be very, very dark. There's this guy hanging out outside my base who's just like sitting there. I don't know. Like he's looking at me through the cracks and it feels very voyeuristic. He's licking his lips and so forth. He's also asking me questions. So let me tell him. Alright, so anyways, in the last episode we figured out that we could identify our ores by going here and placing them on the bench, and over time it would actually fill in the ores that you do and don't have. So it'll basically identify all the unidentified ores. You then take them and you can move them on over to the forge right here with wood and a fuel source, and it'll start making you some iron ingots. This is very important because we need to be on our A game like right this second so that we can grab ourselves the claim that we're sitting on top of right now, because as of right now anybody can build a flag here at any moment and our base will become like their base, and it totally sucks. It's brutal. Believe me, it's super, super brutal. What is this unidentified ore that's just chilling over here? Alright, well, we've got iron ingots. Let's go back to the workbench, and I want to see what it's going to cost us in order to make... As you can see over here, it's bugged out. I don't really want to click any of these things, because when I do, it bugs out and sticks to my clicker, and so that's really, really bad. What we need is a claim flag. There it is. We need 18 raw stone and 24 metal pipes. That's a lot of metal pipes. What do those cost? 1 iron ingot, so we have to get 24 iron ingots before we can complete that work. Let's go back over here. And it's going to take us a really, really, really long time to get that much iron out of our ore. It'll be alright, but it's going to take us a little bit, especially given the fact that I can't put multiple ores in here right now, I don't think. Let me see. I mean, I've heard that all of your ores will still turn into iron. That's just the way the game functions right now. I have no idea whether that's true or not. But we can give it a shot and we'll see what pops out. Oh, no, there are actually different ores. Okay. Well, that's pretty sweet then. I like how we can smelt everything down. I don't think there's actually specific items, like you can't make a copper axe versus an iron axe, but it's still kind of a cool feature. I may think about, can I use wood planks to fuel this instead, or wood planks to fuel this instead? I know the charcoal will fuel it for a little while, but as it stands, it's so dark anyways that we can't really run out and do anything at the moment. He's still peeping at me. Like I'm worried to murder him. Like that legitimately makes... I know what we can do while we wait. Hold on here. Let's go ahead and we're going to pull the wood out of here. Giggity. And so once we pull that out, we'll come back. And on our crafting bench, we need to make a bed so that we can spawn here. Because one of the big problems I've been running into is that whenever I have to reload into the game, it's putting me at the default spawn. And it totally sucks having to walk all the way back here. It takes me a good 25 minutes. And I'm not going to lie, the sound of dinosaurs moving out in the darkness is really actually kind of terrifying. It is not a comforting sound. The pitter-patter of enormous clawed feet. I got chased by a T-Rex twice, by the way, in between episodes. And so the T-Rexes are quite hostile by comparison to their other brethren. Oh, that actually... So I can only sit this... Let's sit this over here then by this wall. I don't really know how I use this. I'll probably test it out in between this episode and the next one just to find out. God, I really, really want to lay claim to this place. I would love to lay claim. We've got 18 going right now. Is that enough? Take those back. We'll take the platinum ingots. Take the copper ingots. That puts us up to 20. We're getting closer and closer and closer, but it's not quite enough. And I can't loot any of the metal out of that table over there without bugging it out. So unfortunately, until the end of the episode, it's not going to be an option for me to grab the remainder of my materials out of there. It just, I can't do this any faster. It just won't work like that. Now, what I could do is maybe make multiple workbenches and put them on rotation so that they're all identifying ore as rapidly as they can. That might be kind of a cool idea. I'm also going to make myself an iron axe. That's the other thing that I wanted to do. Let's go a metal axe. It takes 4 raw wood and 2 iron ore. Oh, I need raw iron ore? Well, that might not be... That might not be good. And so with the metal pipes, I wonder if I can make those out of any metal. Is that the 24 that I needed? I think that is. 16 plus 8, of course that's 24. So I needed 24 metal pipes in order to make this claim flag. And we need 1 iron ingot. Oh, it has to be specifically iron. So never mind. Once again, we've got to wait this thing out. So there's no point in smelting anything but iron from what I can tell. Everything else is just sort of worthless right now. Which is disappointing because, honestly, it would be really cool. I mean, it's alpha game, whatever. I'm not going to concern myself with it. But it would still be badass. So we're at 18 right now. This is like watching a pot boil. I should have thought about this. I started this, believe it or not, I started this when logged out and went to the bathroom and got drinks and came back. And I think they need to speed up the smelting speeds a little bit. Is he still out there? Also, where's this dinosaur at that's clip-clopping about? Just thunderfooting its way through my base. I suppose we could grab a few more materials while we're out here waiting. I mean, you might as well make hay while the sun is shining. I'm going to try and brighten this up in post for those of you out there who are concerned that I'm wandering around the darkness like a blind man. There was a blind guy on my street the other day with one of those tappy sticks, and this made me wonder, does the tappy stick have a specific name? Like, that feels like the sort of object that would have a very specific scientific sounding name, but at the same time, I would just call mine a tappy stick. I'd be like, I need my tappy stick. If I don't have my tappy stick, it's night-night time for all my manners. There we go. And then additionally, we'll grab that. Anyways, the tappy stick. What is that thing actually called? I'll probably Google that in between episodes too, just to find out. So the varieties of dinosaurs that I've seen so far, just so we can keep this thing slightly on topic, the varieties of dinosaurs that I have seen thus far, I've seen T-Rexes, I've seen Stegosaurs, I've seen Triceratops, basically your classic dinosaurs that everyone would expect to see in the game. And then also, I think it's called like a Dilophodon, or like a, I don't know. It's that thing with the giant flappy thing on its head that they theorized might make a noise. It's got like that kind of headdress looking thing like a chicken has almost, but it walks on two legs and it's always out in the water and it's always eating like moss and nasty looking stuff that nobody else wants to eat. That seems to be a pretty good strategy in all honesty. Will you eat the thing that nobody else wants to eat? As far as survival strategies goes, that seems to be one that really kind of hits the nail on the head with regards to keeping you alive versus keeping other things alive. Nonetheless, the part of me that took paleontology classes, and a lot of people don't know this, paleontology is a subfield of geology. So all geologists take paleontology classes. Mine were mostly concerned with trilobites, though. I really didn't do too much outside of trilobites, fish, and snails. I spent a ton of time looking at trilobites, fish, and snails. We didn't do a lot of dinosaurs. In fact, we did 0 dinosaurs. We did loads and loads of giant ancient bugs, though, and oh my god, how terrible would that be if you woke up one night and a trilobite was crawling up your leg? That would suck. It's easy to look at them while they're all fossilized and not terrifying, but that's a big bug right there. That's like a bug that's as big as your fist that just walks around and does its thing. Just walks around and does its thing. I actually have a bunch of trilobite specimens around my house right now. Got 5 or 6 of them that I dug out of a slate bed down in Death Valley while I was there. I thought I saw something for a second. That made me nervous. But I dug them out of a slate bed, and they're pretty cool. I've got one that's basically a plaster cast, but made out of stone, of both the top and the bottom of a trilobite, but I can't find it anywhere. It kind of disappeared on me. It wouldn't surprise me that it disappeared, because that would be a very prized item. In fact, I'm willing to bet it's probably worth a decent amount of money. Selling fossils, by the way, if you're a geologist, I don't know if people know the rules for being a geologist, but if you're a geologist, selling fossils is a giant no-no. Like, you're not allowed to do that. That's a great way to get yourself blacklisted in the scientific geological community. Basically, it's not a great way to earn yourself a whole lot of respect as a geologist to go out and find fossils and then sell them. You're supposed to donate them. Okay, and so we've got the materials right here for metal pipes, so we'll make 24 of those, and then bam, we will stake our claim on this area so that nobody else can come along and try and take all of our stuff, which has been my concern since the server reset. So until I lay this thing down, I cannot lay me down to sleep. I can't let my nerves stop bouncing around either, because it's just the fact of the matter. This needs to happen. I wish that you could really... It's disappointing to me that I can't... Oh my god, that makes a ton of pipes. That was a waste of materials. You get a bunch of pipes out for each one. We just did... You get 4 pipes for each craft, it looks like. So, wow, that almost went completely the wrong direction. No, 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 no. Stop that, stop that, stop that. Okay, and so, unfortunately, we're going to end up with a ton of pipes. Luckily, you need them for a bunch of other stuff, too. A Dow shotgun? The hell does a Dow shotgun do? I may have to make one. A beryllium ingot is the only thing we're missing for an M40A3 rifle. We could be the badass on the block right now if we could get the materials together to make this stuff happen. For a pistola, for a handgun, what does that cost me? I think it's a 9mm Beretta. Need a pistol frame and a barrel. What do I need to make a pistol frame? Let's make one of those. Hell yeah. Pistol frame. 1 metal pipe, 2 metal plates. What do we need for metal plates? Just an iron ingot? Let's make 2 of those. We're going to make a pistol along the way too, just so people know that we mean business. We will unleash the gat on people. So we got the metal plates. Now for the 9mm. We need a frame and a barrel. So we'll go to the frame. We need an aluminum ingot. An aluminium ingot. Okay. So basically there's a lot of stuff that we still need, which is going to make this very difficult considering this thing bugs out and crashes my game every time I take ore off of it. So we'll have to think about that. But first things first, let's do the claim flag. It's going to cost us 24 metal pipes and some raw stone. That's alright. I'm totally okay with that exchange. We'll go and with our claim flag here, I don't even know how we deploy this, but we'll figure it out very, very shortly. And so there we go. There's our claim flag. We have claimed our own area, and it's now flapping in the breeze. I hope later on you can actually make your own banners. For example, like you do in Space Hulk or in any, you know, Call of Duty copy shooter, you get to make your little flag or your little emblem. I really, really hope that we get to do that later on in the future because I don't want to be camouflage. I want to have like skulls and like little olive branches and all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm burning up my wood right now unnecessarily, aren't I? It's about what I had assumed. Let's get our iron ingots back. Take our charcoal out. I do really, really wish that there was some way. Let's play around with the walls for a minute. I'm going to play around with walls. So we've got raw wood. Let's make ourselves a wall and see if maybe, I don't know how you make a roof. Like, how does one make a roof? I don't see anything in here that strikes the right tenor of being a roof. Let's see if maybe if you angle it properly. That did not... What? There we go. So now we have the wall. Let's see if maybe we can build upwards to give us a bit more defilade here. Or like how we want to do this. So it doesn't look like walls can go on top of walls. But we need to figure out a way. For sure we need to figure out a way for us to get into cover. You can't rotate it, it doesn't look like. Pressing various buttons right now, so you'll forgive me as I tip-tap along. But it doesn't appear as though... I wonder how you put in a roof then, or if this just counts as sort of a perimeter wall now. In that case, what we would want to do is we'd make wood planks, and we'd make a little house in here that we could hang out in, so that we can get cover from people that might be shooting at us. What the hell did I just touch? I just touched something. I think I just messed with my chat settings. I don't know. I was holding down shift and pressing something else, and I fear that I may have found myself... You need sulfur powder. How do you make sulfur powder? Oh, that's not in the game yet, is it? So you can't have guns. Oh, that is so disappointing. This needs to happen, like, right now. The fact that I can make a gun, but I can't use it. That's dark. That's real dark. Well, can we make a crossbow then? Because any type of projectile weapon seems better than anything that we have right now. It's going to take 3 wood planks and some ingots. Hell yeah! Let's make a crossbow, man. Sick! And then we also have ammo for the crossbow, and that's going to take us 1 ingot apiece. Well, hell. Oh, that is so awesome. It's got a laser glow. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited about this. Who's getting shot? Somebody needs to come up in here and get clicked on. It'll get real. I'll be like, daka, 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 or like, flippa, flippa, flippa. I also don't know how long the reload time is, or if this is going to be even remotely lethal. It's weird that it keeps doing that. Is it just me? I'm not even touching anything right now, and that little menu keeps coming up. A little bit worried about it. So what we would want to do now is for a small house, what's that going to cost us? 44 wood planks? I don't know how big that is, but let's make some wood planks. We have 3 wood planks. I'm actually trying to lock down how many of these I get out when I complete this. So I think it's 2 every single time. And we needed, for a small house, we needed how many? No, not you, not you. You, 44 for a small house. That's actually quite a bit more than I had anticipated. Okay, well, we'll go down and let's craft up a few more out of our wood planks. We'll just say, don't stop till you get enough wood planks, I guess. Hey, Hey, there we go. And I really, really sincerely hope that nobody snipes me from inside my own base. I've seen other people putting up walls really, really high up into the sky, and so I'll have to figure out how to do that. I'm not sure the best way to accomplish that goal, but I'll fiddle with it in between episodes, and sooner or later, the secrets of this game will be mine. Oh yes, they will be mine. We're up to 27 right now. Still got a little bit of wood left. I know, there's a joke there somewhere. If I was really feeling on top of my A game, what I would do right now is I would actually keep count of the clicks, but instead I'm going to be a lazy man. I'm just going to say that I need 2 more. There we go. So now my goal would be to maybe deploy the house in a corner somewhere so that I can't be shot at any further. Yeah, I'm not sure how that menu keeps coming up. Weird. Okay, so what we need to make now is a small house, which, yes, does come parcel and part as like one thing that goes in your inventory. So be aware, I am carrying an entire house around with me right now. The house is pretty big. What I would prefer to avoid... Actually, let's not put it in the brush. I guess I could put it right here. So there we go. We'll bring down the house. And so there's another door that we can get behind back here with an actual roof on it so that we can spawn inside our base if we need to. This game very much follows Rust rules, so you kind of want to make sure that you're looked after both when you're alive and when you're dead. It goes both ways, so let's take this back over here. It is quite promiscuous in that sense. So we've got the bed spawn. We'll take that. Let's just drop it right over here. Our bed spawn is back in. Let's take a look at the resources that we have on hand versus what we're going to be able to make. I'm really stoked that we have our own little corner of the environment. This is nice. This is not a bad setup for us right now. This may be the biggest base that I've built so far without getting run off. My typical experience so far has been that every time I try and build a base, somebody shows up in the middle and tries to fight me for it, and then they take my stuff. This time I've got a gun though, so I think we'll be okay, or at least a crossbow. I'm gonna make... Oh, we needed we need wood planks? What? That's weird. Okay, we'll just convert the rest into wood planks, and I'll do my generic resource gathering in between episodes so that you guys don't have to suffer through it. I'll make like 72, and then once we have the 72 wood planks right there from the 36 wood logs that are remaining, we'll make ourselves, you know, the 12 rounds of ammo. That's not very much, but it's better than nothing, because as of right now, we're gonna be fighting guys with our fists, and if I can stack things in my favor, I would really prefer to do so. The gunpowder doesn't appear to be implemented just yet. That, or there's something that I'm unaware of, like a mortar and pestle in here. I'll go back through very, very carefully and see if I can't figure out what I might be missing to make a gun. I've never seen anybody shooting at anybody else, and that's one thing that the game's been up all day. So I would assume by this point, given how easily I just set up a base, somebody would have some kind of gun that they would be unleashing on somebody else. The fact that I haven't seen one right now leads me to believe that they may not be implemented properly, so it might be something that just is not available yet. I'm going to stop crafting right here, and let's go ahead and start the next crafting, which is going to be crossbow bolts. And so we'll repeat that, and then maybe we'll go hunt a human pretty soon. We'll see if we can find a guy and shoot him in the face. Lag might be a little bit of a factor. I haven't found a way for me to check the console or check my ping yet, but we will try and do murder in the next episode, because if you're going to be here and there's other players, why not kill them? I don't think we get to loot them, but we can beat them up and take their stuff. I already robbed some guy's house earlier today for all of his iron. That's how I got like half of that stack of iron, but I think it makes up for it because he robbed me earlier, so I know... Oh, we get a bunch of arrows out. Okay, so we get a ton of arrows. Let's test this thing then. I didn't realize that I got 60 out for what I put in there. Okay. A little bit of a delay on the firing pattern, but nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, it looks like you've got to worry about travel time, but hell, it's better than stabbing a fool, so I will take it as a blessing. I apologize for doing a night episode. What I'm going to do right now, I think, is break it off right here until the night is over. I'm going to go farm out some resources. I'm also going to fix my bench over here so that it's not broken any longer. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Beasts of Prey. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.